Yes, sir. I'm fine.
Okay, just introduce yourself, then we'll move to the questions.
Yes, sir. Thanks for giving me the opportunity, sir. My name is Shreya Dake, and I am from Pune. I have done my BTech in Information Technology in 2021, and from the Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli. And currently, I'm looking for a job.
Okay,
Uh, yeah.
so how long have you been learning web development?
From past 4 5 months, I have been working on web development.
Okay. What are all the technologies you have learned so far?
I'm working on the MERN stack. So I have learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React in the front end, and some of the back end like MongoDB and Node.js.
Okay, so this interview is for front end, so we'll mainly focus
Okay.
on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, so let's start. Oh, can you tell me what is HTML?
HTML is hypertext markup language which is basically used for describing the content and the structure of a web page.
Okay, what are semantic tags in HTML?
What, sir?
Semantic tags.
Semantic tags are like which means describe its meaning to the browser or for the developer. For example, table tag it shows its meaning. These are
Okay,
like semantic tags.
can you give me four examples apart from table?
Table, article, then footer, header.
Yeah, that's
These are yes.
okay. So apart from providing meaning to the developer and browser, does it help in any other way?
In search engine optimization also it
Yes.
helps.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct. Okay. So what is difference between tag and element in HTML?
Element is tag with its content included. Tag is just the starting and the end tag,
Okay.
and the content with content it is called the element.
Okay. What are attributes in HTML?
Attributes provides additional information about the element or the tags, and they are included in the starting tag.
Okay. Yeah. It is not a starting tag, it is opening tag. So,
Yeah, yes,
yeah.
opening tag.
Yeah. What is difference between div and span?
Div is a block level element, and span is a inline element. So block takes the full width of the uh, means whatever the parent it is in,
Yeah.
and inline is take the width of the content it has.
Yeah. Yes. Can you give me some examples of inline elements? Two, three, four, five examples.
Inline, for example, span tag,
Okay.
then image tag,
Okay.
and another. I can't. I know, but I can't.
Okay. No problem. So apart from this width difference, is there any other difference? Like block has complete width of its parent and inline has width of its content inside it. So is there any other difference?
Block elements always start on the new line. Uh,
Yeah.
Inline are always means they can be inside a text or
Okay.
anything.
Okay. So can we give height and width on inline elements?
Uh, height and width, no, we cannot.
Okay. But on image tag, we can give height and width.
What, sir? I,
On image tag, image is an inline element, right?
yes, sir.
And we can give height and width on element image, right?
Yes, yes.
How is it possible?
So image itself has its own attributes like width and height,
Yeah,
image
but
tag.
even if we give using CSS, it works. Like it is
Yes.
inline, but how height and width works.
Uh, Sorry, sir, I can't. I don't.
Okay. So basically, inline elements are of two types. One is
Okay.
replaced inline, another is non-replaced inline. So replaced inline means those elements which come through some URL. For example, image comes through some URL. Okay.
Yes.
Video tag is also inline, but it comes through an URL. Same is the case with iframe. So those elements, inline elements, which came through or loaded through an URL, those are called replaced inline elements. And on replace
Okay.
inline elements, we can give height width.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I didn't know this.
Yes. Okay. Now, do you know difference between canvases and SVG in HTML?
So I just know that they are used in graphics.
Yes. Okay. Difference you don't know,
Means,
right?
no, I
Okay.
haven't used it.
Okay. No problem. Now let's move to CSS. Can you tell me what is full form of CSS?
Uh, Cascading style sheets.
Okay. Can you tell me the meaning of first word in the full form?
Cascade. Oh, full form, sir.
Full form is cascading style sheet. What does it
Yes.
mean by cascading?
Cascading means in CSS it means that how the styles are applied to the elements. Uh, Suppose there are a parent element and a child element. So if we apply a style to the parent, it will also apply to the child. But if unless until we specify some specific style to the child element, so it is the process in which it is applied styles or the priority which is given to the
Okay, you said
selectors.
if we give some style on parent, it will be applied to the child also.
Yes.
Let's say we give width on parent 500 pixel. Will it be applied on the child also? Or if we give border radius?
No, sir. But cascading is like the priority which is given to the styles
Okay.
on which order are the styles are applied.
Yeah, that is correct. That is better. Like cascading does not have any relation with the parent.
Oh,
It
okay.
is it is the order, like in which order the CSS is being applied. So there is one cascade rule in CSS that whichever style will come below, that will be applied. Like below styles will override the styles above if
Yes.
like they conflict each other. Okay. And what is specificity?
Specificity is like the priority which is given to the selectors. Which selector have a higher specificity, they are applied. Uh, that styles are applied first, and if means there are same element have two selectors,
Yes. And
which selectors are given higher priority.
okay, yeah, that's correct. Now, can you tell me what is default value of position property?
Position property has a default value of static.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. Now, what is difference between position relative and position absolute?
Relative position is relative to its the normal means static position,
Yes.
and absolute is position according to the ancestor element that it
Okay.
takes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like you're close. It's good. Now let's move to our next question. What is Flexbox?
Flexbox is a layout system that we use in CSS uh, for means defining the layout of a web page.
Yeah, that's true. Now, there is one question I have. If let's say we have one container div on which we give display flex, and
Yes.
inside the container we have two spans. In span 1 it is written hello, in span 2 it is written world. So if we give height and width to span, will it work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but span is an inline element, it should not work. Why it will work?
Uh, Sorry, sir.
Okay, so basically it will work. So whenever we give display flex on the parent, all of its
Yes.
childs automatically become display block. Okay,
Okay.
so even if we use any, even if you just go and give display inline, that will not be taken. It will be rejected. Like it will be overwritten and automatically it will become display block. If parent has display flex. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why any element if we put inside flexbox, we can give height and width.
Okay.
Okay, what is box model in CSS?
Box model is which suppose every element in HTML have some it includes like content, then padding, border, and the margin. So this every element has all these four things. So this is called the box model. Box model.
Okay, there is one property called box sizing border box. So
Yes, sir.
do you know what is the default value of box sizing?
It's content box, sir.
Okay, so why do we give, what happens, what is difference between content box and box border box?
In content box, when we calculate the total width, the padding and the margin are included with its content also. Means the total width is calculated with including its padding and margin border. So with content box, uh, with border box, in the whole width, the means the whole width is calculated, including the means I think.
Yeah, you are you're going in the right direction, but it is not 100% correct.
Sorry, sir, I can't.
You forgot?
Means in border box, we don't include the total. In the total width of the content, we include the padding and margin. We
Okay,
don't calculate it separately. Means
okay. Basically, you are saying the other way around. Whatever you are saying the for box border box, that is for content box. Okay, so
okay,
and margin and padding is not calculated here. Margin and border. We should say
okay,
margin and border. Sorry, padding and border. Okay, margin is outside. So uh, yeah, that is fair. That is good. Now let's move to JavaScript.
yes.
So can you tell me different data types? First, before going to that question, can you tell me why do we need JavaScript for making websites?
So JavaScript makes the web pages interactive.
Okay, yeah, that's
That
true.
is for dynamic content we can.
Okay, so what are different data types in JavaScript?
In JavaScript, there are 8 data types. 7 of them are non-primitive primitive, and the other one is non-primitive, like number, then string,
Okay.
uh, then symbol, big int, undefined, null, and object is non-primitive.
Yes, that's true. So why do we have these two categories? What is difference?
Non-primitives are means we cannot directly have a we have a reference to that object. We cannot directly change that values. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, like partially correct. Okay. Now, what in how many ways we can create variable in JavaScript?
There are 3 ways using var, let, and const.
Yeah. So what is difference between let and var?
So where using where we can redeclare the variable, and it has like a global scope if we use it outside,
Okay.
and use late we cannot redeclare it, but we can reinitialize its value, but we cannot redeclare it.
And what about the scope of let?
Late is a block scope. Late has a block scope.
Okay. This is correct. Like for let, that is block scope. This is correct. But var is not a global scope variable. Var is a function scope variable.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. So what is difference between parameter and argument?
Yes, sir. In parameters are passed at the time of function definition. When we are writing function definition, at that time, parameter are passed, and arguments are the actual value that we pass when we call the function.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Now, what is difference between slice and splice method, array method?
Slice. Slice is used to means suppose there is string, and that slice is used to we have to give 2 arguments in that, the start and the end uh, index.
Okay,
So
for
it will
array, I'm
slice.
asking. Are you telling for string?
So it will. I think it will work the same way. Or,
Uh, for array, like for string, it is
or
little different.
okay.
I think
Splice is
splice method is not present on string.
okay.
Slice is there.
Want to take one or two. So we have to take elements from array. From we have to mention the start tag and the end
One
start
second.
index
Hello, one
and
second. Your voice is breaking. Let me check.
hello.
Hello. Yes, your voice was breaking. I think there was some issue in my internet. Okay. Yeah, so slice and splice for array methods.
Splice is means we want to take element means we want to bring elements from array. We have to mention the start index and the end index, and from that we can take. I'm not sure about the splice method, sir.
Okay. Okay. No issues. So you know about map method.
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Why do we use map method in array?
When we want to transform an array, we use map method.
Yeah, that's true. Now let's move to Okay, first tell me what are promises in JavaScript?
Promise is like object, and it is used for means it's a solution to the problem that we have with the callback help problem. So we for that we use promises because it's like object. It
Yeah,
returns a promise.
okay. How much experience do you have?
No, sir, I'm a fresher.
Okay, you're answering very well. That's why I thought you have some experience.
Yes,
Can you?
I have interviews. So I'm looking for a job. So that's why
Okay, so far is good. Let's see how it goes. What is DOM?
DOM is a tree-like structure that is made by the browser. Means it is used for means JavaScript uses DOM HTML elements to manipulate the elements in the HTML.
Yes, that's true. Now, like event bubbling and event capturing.
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Now let's move to React. Can you tell me why do we need React? Why can't we build everything using JavaScript?
Yes, sir. Because with JavaScript, you have to select every element multiple times. So it makes means after when there is a big application, it becomes very difficult to manage that and maintain that code. With React, React has a modular approach. Means if you can create components, and it becomes very easy to manage every part of the code.
Okay. Okay. So basically the problem in JavaScript is we have to select multiple times, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other like only if the problem of selecting is
Also,
there. Yeah.
no, sir. Also, with React, there is a means React is very efficient in updating the DOM. It doesn't reflect immediately change the DOM. It has a virtual DOM, which means first it updates the virtual DOM, and then only the updated part is updated in the actual DOM.
Yeah.
So
But
it
in
is become
JavaScript,
very efficient. Yes,
okay.
sir.
But in JavaScript also we update only the part which we need. If we don't update everything on the page, let's say if you make a counter app, you will update the inner text of that counter element, right? You will not update everything. So
Yes, sir.
JavaScript also that is also efficient.
So it reduces the DOM manipulation
Yeah,
with the
that's
React.
correct. Yeah, that's
Yes,
correct. Mm. So basically, we don't have to manipulate the DOM in React. It like whenever we make React, we don't even write a single line of code to manipulate DOM, right?
yeah, yes, sir.
So basically, the React is a declarative approach of programming, and
Yes,
JavaScript, if we make JavaScript project, that is imperative approach of making applications. Do you know these things? Declarative and imperative?
yes, sir. I have read.
Yes. Well, can you tell me what is difference between imperative and declarative?
I don't know exactly. Declarative means it's the code becomes very easy to manage. Uh,
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but that is not the exact difference between declarative and imperative. Basically, uh, declarative means that we tell our component or our application that this is our state I will update the state. I don't care about the UI. UI will automatically be updated. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay,
in imperative way of programming means there will be some variable we will create, or there will be some state that will create in JavaScript. In JavaScript, there is no concept of state, but we can call our normal variables as a state. And if we update the variable, we have to update the DOM again. Every time we update the variable, we need to update the DOM. So we need to do this